7-point deficit.
The 76ers are going to the second round.
I take my turn, I fan the flames, your face is burned.
Hey dummies, my name is Ben Anderson for Sports News for Dummies, and let's jump in to the first topic. Caltech, a small school that is known for high academic standards and abysmal sports teams. So you're asking, why is Caltech coming into sports news today? Well, newly elected athletic director Betsy Mitchell recently was just flipping through the NCAA rulebook like any athletic director does, and she found out that her school was in a violation of NCAA rules. Now there's this rule in the NCAA rulebook that says for a student to be eligible to play a sport, he must have a full length of courses. Now this, simply put, means that any student athlete must take a full course of classes to be able to play said sport. So this new athletic director looked up and said, hey, we have this program here at Caltech that since the classes are so difficult, you can kind of browse around and see which classes you want to take and take not a full course before you start taking a full course. So technically she realized, hey, we have a bunch of these students who aren't actually technically taking a full course, so she decided to go to the NCAA and say, hey, there's been a lot of things going on recently and we just wanted to kind of give you this, and so what we're doing is we're forfeiting all our wins recently, which includes our amazing baseball team, our amazing polo team with like a combined 0-200. We don't want to give up those wins, but we have to. And not only that, we are also going to give up our recruiting for next year, and we're also going to give up any postseason chances that we get. If we get invited into the postseason, you guys can just say nope, and we're good. Now, people were a little bit like, wait, you said you guys don't have any wins to forfeit. What's the point of even taking it? Well, Betsy said simply, it was our integrity that we wanted. We didn't want to be living under a violation. We want our sports team to be, pure and to be like that. And I personally think that is great of Caltech for doing this. I mean, it's such a smart thing. So you think, okay, the NCAA, hey, wow, thank you guys is what they would say. But no, that is not the case. Now, there's been some questions about this, but the main decision is, because of everything that's going on with Penn State and everything like that, it appears like the NCAA just can't catch any of these acts and discipline them until after the damage is done. So when they're given this problem right here, this violation, they say, hey, we want to get our message across that we're not just weaklings who don't do anything. So they put Caltech on 3 years probation. That means no recruiting, that no wins count for anything, no postseason that they couldn't even do. Everything sports related is basically gone for Caltech for 3 years. Now I could go into a lot more detail about how enraged I am about the NCAA doing this ridiculous thing to show their authority. But, I want to get on to the next topic. So in closing, the NCAA is stupid and they're just a bunch of arrogant idiots. So on to the next topic. Now the second topic we're going to be talking about today is just the amount of arrests by sports players these last few days. So the first arrest we're going to be talking about is going to be Knicks point guard Jason Kidd. Now to be honest, I didn't even know Kidd still played in the NBA. I know he was with the Mavericks a little bit back, but literally he's been in the league since the early 90s. I mean, how old is he? I think he's like 38. I thought he was out of the league a couple years ago. But apparently no, he's back. And he is back drinking with suspected DWI after crashing his fancy car into a telephone pole. Now that's just stupid of Kidd. Now he has always been a player who I've respected. I think he's been a guy who's just gone out there and played when he did, when he needed to, and played well. Now that he does this, I really think he's going to have to rebuild his whole image. Now the second arrest is another player that I really like. And that's going to be Beast Mode Marshawn Lynch, who was arrested yesterday on suspicion of a DUI. Now this is just stupid, because in my opinion, I think Marshawn Lynch is a top 5 running back in the league. I think it's Adrian Peterson and Maurice Jones-Drew. I think then Marshawn Lynch comes in at the 3rd spot. Maybe Chris Johnson if he's better, but otherwise I can't see anyone else who is at that spot. Maybe Matt Forte, Ray Rice, who both got deals done yesterday. But either way, I think Marshawn Lynch has really been coming into his own, and he's been building up a nice positive reputation. But then you go out and do drugs, and you drive with it. It's just, it's stupid. And now he is also, just like Jason Kidd, going to have to rebuild his image. Now let me get you straight before I talk about this next arrest. I'm going to say in no way do I support domestic violence at all. It's a horrible thing, and it's stupid that it even exists. But I guess we need to talk about it, and it's another reason I get to hate the stupid Cowboys. Now, I don't know if you guys know, I'm a Vikings fan, I have a Vikings shirt, but my second favorite team, the Philadelphia Eagles. And the New York Giants are also up there. So, is there any reason I should like the hated Cowboys? No. And it's not just because of stupid rivalries, it's because I hate their owner. Yeah, you heard it right here, I'm a Jerry Jones hater. He's a stupid, just old guy who just talks with his money and thinks he knows everything about football. Well, yeah, how come you guys haven't had a Super Bowl since Troy Aikman? Try telling that to me. Huh? Because you have a good quarterback in Tony Romo. I don't like Tony Romo, but he's good. You have 2-star receivers, Miles Austin and Dez Bryant. And then you also have a great running back now in DeMarco Murray. Just get a Super Bowl already. But moving on to the rest and the domestic violence and the Cowboys, mash it all together, and you get Dez Bryant with aggravated assault against his mother. Now, apparently what I read, he hit his mom with a baseball hat across the face and then grabbed her shirt so hard that her bra ripped. Yeah. But the thing I do want to say in here is he did turn himself into the police, meaning that he obviously either didn't mean to do this or understood that he made a mistake. So maybe he just has anger issues, and a lot of players do. A lot of people in this world do. So, realistically, I'm not as, obviously domestic violence is horrible, but of all the 3 arrests, I think Dez Bryant will have to work the least to get his reputation back where it was. Manchester United manager Sir Alex Ferguson stated yesterday that the top goal for Manchester United going into this season is going to be reclaiming the Premier League title. Now, if you follow soccer, you may remember that last year for the Premier League title, Manchester City edged out Manchester U in a heartbreaking match that ended in stoppage time. Now, this statement by Manchester U saying they could win it this year reminds me a little bit of what Rex Ryan said with the New York Jets a couple years back. And look at that, he said, we're going to go to the Super Bowl and we're going to win it. I feel we got a good team and we're going to go and finally get this Jets team a Super Bowl. And they lost in the NFC Championship again. So, going off this, it may be a little bit cocky for them to say it, but I think I might just be rooting for Manchester U this season. So guys, if you have any different opinions than mine, feel free to comment down below. Thank you for the great response I got for the last video. Just a few comments on how you think all my topics will turn out, how you think Caltech will turn out, how you think the arrests will turn out, and how you think that Manchester U's bold statement will turn out. But thank you guys, as always, for tuning in to your #1 source for sports, Sports News for Dummies. I'm Ben Anderson, tuning off, and as always, stay awesome.